My name's Kevin Hurley. I'm the Zero Tolerance ex-police chief who's offering to serve you as your Police and Crime Commissioner. I'm doing it for two reasons. One, I want something done about the antisocial elements, the bullies and the yobs I see in our towns and villages and I hear so much about from my friends and family. It spoils their life. I also want something done about this fear of being burgled by criminals all over the county or coming into the county from London. And I also want something done about people who deal drugs to our children. And frankly, I want to take their assets off them. I want to do this because I actually do know how to do it and I've done it for many years. But the other reason I'm offering to serve you is because I think we should keep the politics out of policing. For the last 10 years of my police service, I was pretty senior. And I dealt on a daily basis with politicians of all hues. One thing I found is they cannot help but bring their political views to bear on how they think policing should be delivered. Now, when Parliament set up the police in 1829 under Sir Robert Peel, they deliberately kept the police separate from politicians. Indeed, you, the public, know that because in recent surveys, up to 96% of the public say they don't want a politician in this post. Well, in Surrey at the moment, you've got the choice of three. You can have a long-served political activist from the Conservative Party, you can have a councillor from the Liberal Democrats, or a former member of the European Parliament. So those are the two issues. Let me talk to you about what zero tolerance is, because I think that's what you're really interested in. Zero tolerance is about resolutely focusing on the yobs and the bullies, the thugs. It's about making them feel the fear. It's also about focusing down hard, frankly, persecuting the burglars and the drug dealers. These kind of people are a blight on our society. They only respond to one thing, and that, quite frankly, is prison. Prison works because when they're in there, they can't burgle or deal drugs. We can talk about rehabilitation, we can talk about diversion, and we can talk about things like restorative justice later. What we need to do is catch them and let these people know their consequences. And by the way, another aspect of zero tolerance policing is seizing their assets so that they can't get away with them and applying that money, when we sell them, back into visible street policing in our neighbourhoods. So that's it. Let's go after the antisocial yobs, the burglars, the drug dealers, and seize their assets, and let's pay for some more visible policing. But we can't do that without our police being really motivated to do that. Now, I know coppers, 9 of my family have been there, and I know, at the present time, their chins are on their chests. They don't know what's expected of them, they criticise if they do, and they criticise if they don't. A lot of our candidates now will be telling you, or your candidates in fact, will be telling you they're going to hold the Chief Constable to account. Well, I'm not going to. She knows her job, she's very able. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stand beside her and help her to lead and inspire her officers to go out there and go that extra mile. We need our coppers to be both nosy and we need them to be intrusive into the lives of these criminals. That takes physical and moral courage. But also, I want, and I think you do, want them to be well turned out, I want them to be courteous, and I want them to serve us if they were serving members of our family. You don't do that by bullying them and beating them up. You get that by backing them and inspiring them. So that's basically what I'm about. Focusing down hard on the criminals, using positive methods at work, kicking in the doors of the drug dealers, frankly, hassling and harassing burglars till they give up, and making sure the antisocial elements, the drunken yobs, do not rule our streets. You, the Surrey people, do.